before all this show happened, you might have bragged about it 20 minutes ago, and like
brag about what?
Bragged about having like a guy right now or something, like having like a sexual relationship, but not actually being in a real relationship. A lot of women
really
do
think
that.
you understand what I'm saying. I want a husband.
Yeah.
I don't think you heard that part. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not bragging on some nigga.
And there's a lot of
like,
women
what am I bragging about?
A lot of women want a husband.
Are you talking about my
a lot
pussy?
Of women,
like, what are you talking about?
A lot of women want a husband, but they're still sleeping with other people while they're looking for a husband.
When you sit in your film, I'm telling you, like, they will come to you.
Oh, he finna eat y'all.
Right, hold on.
Wait a minute.
I gotta jump in on this. It's y'all's choice, ladies. Y'all are choosing these type of men.
Yes,
y'all need to take accountability. This is so much women today that are like, these men ain't shit. These guys are leaders. Why are you choosing these men, ladies? No, I'm not talking.
So
Why are you choosing them? Go ahead. There's no explanation for it. Why are you choosing them? Why do you let these guys fuck you when they're losers and they're not leaders? This happens all the time. Women let guys into their space when they're not worth it. So take accountability and realize that you're the one that are choosing these type of guys. So go ahead and tell me why. Why are y'all choosing these type of men and then complaining about it when you're the one who let them in?
But I didn't complain about.
I just heard so much, especially from these two, about how guys, especially how guys aren't leaders today.
You ain't heard. I don't have man problems. Look, I'm happy with all my friends.
So
I don't have man problems.
Currently, as of right now, I am single.
Are you celibate?
And I'm working on myself.
Are you celibate?
And I have a rose.
Are you celibate? Are you celibate? Are you celibate?
I'm trying to answer, but you're interrupting me.
Answer's
I
celibate.
have a rose. And I have a vibrator.
So you're celibate.
And I have.
No.
It's a yes or no question.
No,
are you
she
celibate?
is not.
Are you celibate? Yes or no? Are you fucking a guy within the last month? So are you celibate?
In the last month?
Yeah,
I am.
You're celibate. You haven't slept with nobody.
In the last
Okay.
month, no.
Okay. Well,
Wait, you haven't?
That's very rare. I don't think so.
Celibate.
Somebody in the chat asked if you have any kids.
Me?
No, I don't have any children.
I got a daughter, so yeah,
No,
I do.
not
But
Did the other young lady over there say she was celibate as well?
Somebody asked if you are a virgin.
I am, because I ain't got no kids to show for it. So
here's the thing, though. But nobody
man.
should complain about men being a certain way. Nobody, because those guys should be left over there where they're supposed to be. They're not leaders. They need to go learn about it. Women shouldn't be sleeping with those guys because that's how they're gonna learn. Is if y'all stop sleeping with them. If y'all keep fucking guys that aren't leaders and aren't good men. What are they going to do? They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep being losers. They're going to keep finding girls that they can spend plates on. But all I hear all the time is women complaining all the time. Man, these men are leaders. These men are doing this. These men are doing that. Why are y'all giving them time of day? Why do they give them time of day?
Again, I didn't complain about anybody that I was seeing that was not a leader. I didn't say that. I was not in here complaining at all whatsoever. I didn't say that.
I've been hearing a lot of talk tonight about how...
But I, Landy Love, did not complain about a man. They asked me what I wanted, and I said that I wanted a leader.
But
I wanted
here's the
guidance.
thing. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? No. I want to know. How old are you? How old are, okay, well, just give me an estimate. How old are you? Over 30?
27.
Okay, you're over 30 and you're single, correct? Okay, so if you're talking about this subject, if you're saying that, that like guys, you're just explaining, right? You're not saying that you haven't experienced it. You're obviously talking about this as a single lady over 30 because it's a part of your life in some way, shape, or form. You can sit here and try to say, oh, I'm not saying specifically about me, but obviously it's a part of your life. If you're over 30 and you're a single woman, you're bringing this up because you're projecting about it. You're talking about it for a reason. You wouldn't just talk about it for no fucking reason. It's because it's something that you've experienced some way in your dating life over the last decade. Have you not experienced?
But again, I didn't complain. That's the only thing I'm getting at.
Bringing up that men aren't as leaders as much, then I think you're kind of...
She didn't say that.
No, but I did not
what she wanted.
They asked me what I wanted.
I know, and you're saying men aren't being these leaders, correct?
I did not say that. They asked me what I wanted.
Okay.
That was it.
You got to rest in your femininity.
I did not complain about a man. And I know how to be submissive. And I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for other women. When other women that do mess with fuck boys, they're like, I gotta be the alpha female because this motherfucker won't take out the trash. So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but as far as me, again, Landy Love, I did not complain about a man. They asked me what I wanted. I told them what I wanted.
Okay, well,
That's it.
We can sit here and play semantics all day long over words, but it doesn't mean anything. The big point that I'm trying to make is women, a lot of women, I'm not saying you, let's not say specifically you. Most women be choosing these guys, though. But bottom line, most women be choosing these guys, and then they complain 5 minutes later. Like, he's not a leader, he's not this, he's not this. Okay, why'd you give up the box then? Why'd you sit there and give up everything to this guy?
Some people do need
because they got finesse.
Some people do need their club shout out.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That is some bullshit. That is some today shit, okay? But 30, 40 years ago, our moms, our grandmothers weren't acting that fucking way.
And you know what you told me earlier? You know what you told me earlier? But that was back then. This is now.
That doesn't mean that you can't hold values that our parents had. We've been around for 100,000 years. Humans have been around for 100,000 years, okay?
And they've been evolving. They've been evolving for 30,000
yeah, but we've been somewhat intelligent for 2 to 10,000 years, okay? So we've been learning some shit. Religion has taught us a lot of shit. And what did we do over the last 100 years? We threw that shit out the window. We were like, screw all that religion, screw all that philosophy that we've been growing in. No, we threw all that out the window and chose hedonism. That's bullshit. We need to take accountability, and you can't sit here and say, well, everybody wants sex or they want to do, or people have these sex drives. No, that's bullshit. Like,
I'm sorry,
some
but
people do.
That's what do want.
Yeah, you're right, but that doesn't mean that we should give into our animal instincts and be that.
Right.
We should give into hedonism.
You giving into your animal
if you want to give into your pleasure all the time,
why you yelling at my friend? Why you yelling at my friend? We don't even, honestly, I sat here long enough, but that energy, I don't really do that.
He ain't yelling.
I don't really do that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling it, and people feeling it.
Man, screw y'all's feelings, man. Feelings are nothing.
No, they are.
They
are. So we're going to bring it down. We're going to bring it down. We're going to bring it down, or we're going to end it, because I don't want you to yell at my friend while I'm sitting here. You can yell at her later when I ain't around, but right now we're going to either talk civilly.
I just want people to take accountability. Okay. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of people today need to get out of the hedonistic cycle. Instead of sitting there pointing fingers and saying, hey, they're doing this, I'm going to do this because everybody else is doing it. Nah, everybody needs to get out of the hedonistic cycle. It's not going to fix anything.
It's just, what's the response? What, like, after what he said, like, what is your response to him, like, with what he said?
I thought I just responded to him.
Like,
but am I wrong?
Are you married?
Are
you married?
No, I'm not. I have a girlfriend.
I literally just said I agree with what he's saying. Mm-hmm. But again, when we talk about
personal, she's but
when we talk about communication, like just the other day on Instagram, I posted the little boy spelling Nutella, and his dad was like, "What does that say?" He said peanut butter, because like that's the communication between a man and a woman. I literally just said I agree with what you're saying. But he's still going.
But you know what? I think it's kind of like
because I said yes.
I feel like it's certain words. I feel like like before he came up, it was something that you said. You said something like you only, you would tone down, like you would only be submissive to certain men.
And again, and I just said,
and you said that you would not. So that means like the men that you do come encounter with, like you still using that masculine role because you know that that's not what you want.
And then
right?
While he was speaking, I just said that is not me. I'm speaking for other women that I've seen, because there are a lot of women again that mess with fuckboys and they feel like, oh, I have to be the man in a relationship.
So right now you're not submissive to no one. So now,
because I want to be submissive to my husband. I'm not about to be submissive to no random.
So just listen. So right now you're only just fucking with niggas that just there. Basically,
no.
That's all he's saying.
Well, she said she's celibate.
No,
so it
I'm
just
not
depends
fucking
if
with niggas.
So you're not fucking with
nobody. No, I'm gonna call cap on this because women all day long want to say, "I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this." Now that's fine. You might be telling the truth.
She ain't gotta lie to you.
9 times out of 10, most people capping about that. Okay, most women are fucking somebody and they're completely trying to cap and be like, "Nah, I'm not." If before all this show happened, you might have bragged about it 20 minutes ago, and like
brag about what?
Bragged about having like a guy right now or something, like having like a sexual relationship, but not actually being in a real relationship. A lot of women
really
do
think
that.
You understand what I'm saying. I want a husband.
Yeah.
I don't think you heard that part. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not bragging on some nigga.
And there's a lot of
like,
women.
What am I bragging about?
A lot of women want a husband.
Are you talking about my pussy? Like, what are you talking about?
A lot of women want a husband, but they're still sleeping with other people while they're looking for a husband. Like you can sit here and shake your head and be like, oh, I'm not doing that. There's a ton of women that say that they're looking for a husband, but they're literally sleeping with a whole other person the whole time they're looking for a husband.
How old are you again?
She's there shaking her head,
No,
yes,
I'm
because it's a thing. Yeah, because it's a thing. I know, I'm getting proof. I'm just getting proof.
I mean, because it's true.
It's
like,
true.
we don't admit it.
Right.
You can sit here and shake your head like, no, I'm not doing none of this. But I got a couple women right here who agree with me.
But their journey in life is not
we
my
can be
journey.
fucking somebody and still be in love with somebody.
Hold on, wait a second. I wasn't nodding my head as in, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I was nodding my head like, yeah, I've witnessed it. Like, I see it.
I saw it so many times.
It's not something that I personally condone. But yeah, like there are women who say, you know, such and such.
What that got to do with her?
They be capping.
Right, that has nothing to do with her. That's why
he ain't even talking about her. He's not
talking
about
her.
Yes,
he said she's capping. He said she capping right now. Because women
did, right. I was just clearing up personally. Hey, personally, I'm nodding because I've seen it happen. But as far as her speaking for her personal experience, she said, hey, this is not what I'm doing.
Yeah, no,
I do agree with the statement.
You can say that at all. And yeah, I can't prove it. I can't prove that you're fucking anybody over the last month. But I'm just saying, 9 times out of 10, when women say these things, they cap it. Hey. You might not. You might be the exception to the rule.
Right.
That's cool. But 9 times out of 10, when women say what you just said, it's cap. Okay, they really be sleeping with somebody the whole time.
My thing is, what am I gonna gain for that? Gain from that? From lying? Shit, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. If I'm not, I'm not.
If I'm what are you going to gain from it? You're right. You're not going to gain anything. You're going to lose. You're going to lose nothing. You're only going to lose out of it. But there's tons of women. Like I said, maybe you're the exception to the rule. But most women are totally losing in that type of situation. It's happening all day long. There's tons of women that are fucking dudes and getting nothing out of it.
Let's see how many women. Personal panel. This is a panel.
Right.
You can't think too much of you.
No. When
you talk to somebody and you say
I was talking to her personally. I'll admit, I was talking to her personally.
He was talking to me.
Yeah, I'll admit that. I was talking to her personally.
I wouldn't even take it. Like, you gotta take it.
But still, he was talking to me.
I'll change it up though and say 9 times out of 10 though, I'm right. And I know that for a fact. I got more friends that are women than most guys will ever have.
Why you ain't married your girl yet? When y'all get married?
I'm not trying to get married until it's right. Like there's a certain time when you know it's correct, like when you know that it's the perfect time, and that's when a man does it.
Right now, you just wasting her time.
A man gets married whenever it's meant for him to get married. A man doesn't get married whenever a woman tells him to get married.
So you ain't ready yet.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not married yet. You're completely correct because a man gets married when he's ready, not when the woman tells him.